This video is going to be really long, but it is worth every single second. I get this information from medical medium, which his real name is Anthony William. When a cow is slaughtered, the cow's large adrenal glands expel an entire lifetime's worth of adrenaline into the bloodstream to try to save the cow's life as it is dying. This is intended to give the cow supernatural strength to survive the attack. In order for a creature to possess supernatural strength, the adrenaline must go into the bones, not just the muscles, brain, and nervous system. So as the cow's brain starts to die, adrenaline cycles rapidly into deeper parts of the cow, and eventually most of the adrenaline settles in the bones as a natural defense mechanism in a last-ditch effort to try to resurrect the cow or other creature. This means that as we consume bone broth, we're consuming the cow's last-ditch effort to survive. We're consuming the messaging inside that adrenaline that's stored in the bone marrow. That adrenaline is a steroid. Bone broth is basically a steroid treatment, one that is not helpful for our recovery or our healing. The steroid effect is why some people may seem to feel better when consuming bone broth. Yet our brain understands adrenaline even when it's not our own. Our brain knows how to interpret fight or flight when it receives an adrenaline burst from our own adrenals. So when we're consuming an adrenaline steroid-based product from a creature, such as a cow, our brain receives the information of fear and chaos from that adrenaline. Our brain does not want to be treated with steroids that contain information for another creature's fight or flight that ended in death. This steroid is not a human steroid, so it signals neurotransmitter hormones to be released under false pretenses. These steroids are highly toxic to the brain. Steroids mean a withdrawal process, and our brain has to go through that withdrawal process after every time we consume them because the steroids numb out our neurons' ability to respond to a toxin. As that numbness wears off, it stimulates a craving for more. This steroid cycle helps accelerate degenerative brain diseases. Bone broth is also high in fat, which slows down glucose absorption in brain cells, essentially starving the brain. This is why bone broth consumers have more cravings for sweet treats at the end of the day. Bone broth often contains vinegar too. Bone broth with vinegar is a double whammy.